and welcome back to the channel. Today is Saturday and I'm just getting up, getting ready to get out and try to enjoy a little bit of this day. I had a lazy morning. Sometimes you just feel like having a lazy morning, so I laid in this morning watching a few YouTube videos from some of my favorite YouTubers and just relaxing. Had some coffee this morning, fixed me some breakfast, and around 12:30ish a girlfriend and I are going to a wine tasting, so a little excited about that. I think this is going to be my first real wine tasting, so I think it's going to be kind of exciting and to learn about all of that wine connoisseur stuff. So I'm a little excited to do that today. Just having a lazy Saturday. I pretty much have my apartment organized, so there's no cleaning I needed to do today except touching up little areas like your kitchen or your bathroom when you use it. So I'm pretty organized. So I'm thinking, what am I gonna do today? And she offered me to come do that with her, so I'm a little excited. But I wanted to jump in and do a video for you today. And I don't know, I may bring a little footage of that and combine it with another video, but if I do, you guys, you'll see it. But today I'm just on here to just leave a random video. I was watching some videos that come up on Facebook, and I saw a video that was hilarious to me, but it got me to thinking about some things about us as black women, and it has to do with hair. And this video is not a lock video, so this is not just for lock followers. It's just for my women of color who have a texture that's a little bit kinkier. And I wanted to leave this video just to get you to thinking about nappy hair. People always say that our hair is nappy, and I'm gonna grab my phone here because I want to look up something really quick on my phone. And the young lady was trying to flat iron her hair, and she was very upset because her hair would not straighten the way that she wanted to. It kept on the end. She was using a flat iron and it kept going in an upward spiral at the end, and she was just like, well, I want it to hang straight. And she was just really talking, and she was hilarious because she was clearly very upset, guys. And I thought it was just a funny video, but then it got me to thinking how our mind has been programmed to look negatively on our hair. And I looked up the word nappy because I wanted to get a textbook definition of what nappy is. And it's interesting to me that people really view our hair, something negative. Okay, it said, although textured hair goes by many names such as curly, kinky, or coily, nappy hair is specifically used when speaking about the hair of black people. The term has historically been a racist term. The word nappy is evident since late 1880s, and an adjective form of nap, a term for the raised fibers of a fabric. And the thing that really gets me about that is the fact that we deem that word as being negative because we cannot appreciate that we have a textured hair. And the climate and the society that we have been brought up in has viewed our hair as not being professional, one, maintained, pretty, and it has been programmed for centuries. And so therefore, when we were born into the world, we were born into this society that viewed textured hair as something that wasn't even good. It was something that was not considered acceptable in society. And it got me to thinking, because who decided that wasn't? Who decided that the textured hair, the thicker hair, the more coilier hair, the more kinky hair, the more curlier hair was not going to be viewed as something that's beautiful? That straight was the definition of what was considered to be beautiful, acceptable, professional. Where did that come from? Because you can have straight hair that's unkempt, unkept and wild. You can do that. I think everyone should know the difference between maintaining their hair and making it look nice versus viewing the texture of the hair as something that isn't. And I wanted to just leave this video just so that you would think about that, because we're raising our daughters and our little girls, our grandchildren, up to believe that what they grow naturally from their hair as an ethnic black person or a person of color, that their hair isn't beautiful. And I was one. I'm not even gonna try to act like I didn't grow up in that era, because we tried to straighten our hair and all of that. We done had this video before. But it just got me to thinking about what is accepted in this society, especially here in the U.S. and some of the European countries. You know, it's almost as if we have been designed as people of color as not being as good as. That whatever is associated with us, the color of our skin, you know, is not measurable against our lighter or whiter skin counterparts. And I as a black woman want to be a person that want to change that thought, because I have, ever since I decided to go natural, not just locked, I went natural in 2010. I was a little frightened. I was feeling that I wouldn't be accepted. And even though I'm very comfortable with it now, in the beginning it was very hard, because people look at you differently, people treat you differently. And here's the worst part of it. Oftentimes it comes from within our own race. I remember when I first locked my hair, and I was at worship service, and it was an older woman. She has to be about maybe late 70s, maybe 80, early 80s. And when I was wearing wigs, when I first actually started attending this particular congregation, she liked my hair. She used to compliment me on my styles, the wigs that I wore, because they was versatile. I changed them up quite a bit. But when I decided to go natural and lock my hair, well, I was already natural under the wigs, but when I started actually wearing my natural hair, or when I went to the locked stage, she told me, I like your hair better the other way. And I was taken aback by that, because I was like, here I am in here with this woman, who is black like me, who has the same kind of hair as mine as far as the texture of it, telling me she preferred me to wear the straighter hair, the longer, straighter hair than what I was wearing. And she was wearing wigs as well, and hers was, more straight. And that is what we have been programmed to believe since we were born into this world. So we can't look in the mirror at ourselves and think that we're beautiful based on our hair and based on our skin color. And I do love the fact that my girls decided for themselves to wear their hair natural. And I did perm their hairs when they were younger, because I wanted it to be easier for me to manage. So that was something that I had instilled in me as a young girl. My mother straightened my hair at a very young age, and then when I went to high school, I stopped using a hot comb and started actually relaxing my hair also. So I was glad to know that when my girls got, and they're young relatively, when they decided that they just wanted to be themselves, be ethnic, and wear their hair in the way that they do. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And they're raising their daughters from birth to be that way. And my oldest granddaughter, which she is now 6 years old, she's about to turn 7 soon, she loves her natural hair. And I often look back and say, man, I wish that could have been me back in the days when I was growing up as a young girl. But in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, y'all know that was not the acceptable way, professional way. And I see that around the country in different states now are making it illegal for people to discriminate against textures of hair. So I'm so happy for that, and I'd be glad when you get down here in the South in Tennessee. I'm fortunate that I work for a company that don't discriminate as far as the texture of our hair and how we wear it. They will on colors. You can't do nothing kind of crazy and loud or whatever they could, as people view as crazy and loud, like a green or blue. But you can wear your natural hair. So I'm very blessed that I have not been judged. And I am very mindful to keep it conservative. That's why you guys see it up quite a bit, because wearing it down probably wouldn't be viewed as being professional. So I do try to maintain that. But I do I will be very happy when society will accept our texture, and we have to fight for those rights, just like any other community that fights for the rights of what they feel is okay and which is unfair. I feel that as a ethnic group of people, people of color, African Americans, black people, whatever you term yourself, we should fight for the rights to be able to be us. We should not have to conform to any other racist styles in order to be accepted. And it is amazing to me that when other races adopt some of our cultural styles, whether it's by hair or clothing, then it becomes acceptable. It's just like a lot of white women now are braiding their hair. And it's a cool thing now, when it wasn't considered cool or professional when we were doing it and wearing it in the workplace. And a lot of white people are now dreading their hair, and that's even cool when they do it. But when we wear it, we're in a particular stereotypical type of circle. We're got to be bad people or drug users or criminals or something like that. So I even notice the difference in the way that men treat me now that I'm locked. I mean, I feel like I'm an attractive woman, and I used to get a lot of attention from men, as a black woman, wearing the wigs and the weaves and all of that, or even when I had my hair naturally relaxed. But now that I'm locked, I don't get as much attention or anything, even from my own people. And that's what's amazing to me. So we have to deprogram our mind from believing that the way we look is something wrong with it. I think it is absolutely beautiful. It is beautiful to see all the different textures. We are the only race that have different textures like we do and can be diverse with our hair. We can go from straight to kinky. It's hard to make naturally straight hair kinky. It really is. How you gonna do it? Because it doesn't have that same texture in order to allow it to get to that point of being kinky. And so I think it's beautiful, and I think that we need to embrace it. I think that we need to support one another as women and even men. Support your black sisters and let people know that it is okay and that you love it and it's all right to wear it. And I'm just all for it. I'm at a point in my life now where I feel that it's time for us to fight the stereotypical society nuances that they have out here, that people should look a certain way, that we have to follow a certain type of style to be accepted because we live here. We were colonized, guys, and we were raised to believe that this is the way things are. That's why there's so much diversity in cultures now, because people are standing up and saying, hey, I don't have to follow your practices. I'm not telling people to change their practices. White people have the rights to do things that they want to do culturally, but we do also. And we should be able to be accepted in the way that we decide to live, dress, whatever, our color. And I'm just going to be on board with that. And I'm going to periodically have a video that promotes that. If I lose any following because of that, then you need to go anyway, because I am a black woman. You were following a black woman, and I definitely believe in being black. My blackness is important. And even though I live in America and I have to, but I do live by certain standards and cultures that I've been brought up in, I am beginning to embrace my African roots, and I'm going to live more ethnically. And if people have a problem with that, then so be it. So I think that everybody has the freedom to live the way they want to. I like cultures and countries where you can go and everybody can be themselves naturally. If you're Muslim, if you're Asian, whatever your race, whatever you are, you can walk around freely and be who you are without judgment, without being discriminated against. That is what I'm fighting for. And hopefully one day we'll get there. But we have to get there and stand up and be seen. And we have to speak out. And that's my hope and my dream. So I just wanted to get you all to think about that when you're talking about one another as women, and you're talking about hair and saying she needs to perm her hair. And no, she doesn't need to perm her hair. Maybe she needs to learn better tips on how to style her hair. But if someone wants to be natural and wear their hair the way that it naturally grows from their scalp, it certainly should be acceptable. So that is all I have in this video, guys, and I will see you guys later on. I want to say welcome to all my new subscribers. If this is your first time visiting this channel, I thank you for stopping by today. If you feel that any of this content is something you enjoy, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, let me know, say hello, leave your feedback in the comments. I love and I welcome that from you guys. And to my ride or dies, you know I'm down with y'all, okay? So thank you for viewing this video, and I will see you in the next video. You all enjoy your Saturday and your weekend, and I'll see you very soon. Remember, always